his ass. It's a bad day.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through a schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Did you clock in? Okay, well, I'm just making sure. We're going to be starting out with this first video titled, New York City's Ma'am Donnie, I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. They're real serious about these snowball fights in New York. I don't know. Then we got a video titled, Mexican Cartel takes over vehicles, setting them on fire. This is a follow-up about what's going on in Mexico. We still got stranded Americans. I don't know if we're going to do anything about that or not. Then we have a video titled, Virginia's Abigail, I don't know what her name is, Spanberger, questions President Trump's golden age claims during the State of the Union address yesterday. That's actually got a plethora of Democrats hissing and baring teeth in response to President Trump's State of the Union address. Then we have a video titled Epstein Files follow-up, former Harvard President Larry Summers to retire as professor following scrutiny. I don't know, it's interesting. In the UK they're being arrested, and here they're just retiring. Then we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled RAJ Break. Then getting back into the news, we have a video titled, President Trump doubles down on his threats to Iran. Apparently we have more firepower there in that region than we have since 2003. Then we have a video titled, I don't know what this woman's name is, but she seems all right. It's titled, Surgeon General Nominee says, you shouldn't trust your doctors. I don't know. Then we have a video titled, Cuba says 4 killed on U.S. registered speedboat in confrontation off Cuba's coast. Now, they haven't clarified if these are Americans that were killed on this boat. They also say that the boat attacked a Cuban vessel first. And so, I don't know, there's some confusion. I think we're going to end up seeing a follow-up to that. Or maybe we'll go invade Cuba next. I don't know. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is lefties losing it. Today it's titled, Democrats sink to new lows during State of the Union. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Watchmen. And look, I got the thing back together, by the way. I had to watch the video like 30 times, but I figured it out. I told you guys I would. We're going to see what puzzle we get today from Watchmen. Then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, You Better Stop Eyeballing Me. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Russell, and it's titled, Men Being Men. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And what is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Zero? What's up, Green Eyes? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Russell? What's up, Matt Rogers? What's up, Southern Eagleman? What's up, Snooks? And what's up, Obnoxious Scott? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Wrench, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing the chat, Wrench. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Matt Rogers? Matt Rogers, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Mrs. Satan? Hair Juicer, you were omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Puff and Stuff? What's up, Tarbo? Happy freedom. What's up, Screaming Eagle? If I can get you already. Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Scrolling through. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. Why is all of your names green? I was going to ask you yesterday. What's up, Lady Liberty? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. Go ahead and hit that like button. See if you guys can get us back on the front page of Rumble. Also, I just got a notification today from Rumble saying that starting on March 1st, as we continue being premium creators over here, they're going to add on, it's not a requirement, but it's a bonus. So if I can make 30 shorts over on Rumble from March 1st till April 1st, there will be a bonus in it, and I could use the doll hairs. So I think we're going to be making a whole shit ton of clips this next month. So keep that in mind, because it's not about just posting 30 clips, it's about the performance. So then if you guys see shorts, go click the like button and stuff like that, because it'll help. Either way, what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Nachos? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Happy freedom, you hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Matt Rogers, you were first over here. You were truly omnipresent. Right Mind, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Show What? Happy freedom to you. Is that really what's going on in the chat? Hold on a second here. Interesting. 42 people, 3 people in the chat. That's very suspicious. The government's watching. Either way, what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, New York City's Ma'am Donnie saying, I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. I'm kind of surprised he didn't jump on that, considering he's a commie, but, you know, everybody's really focused on his property tax changes he's trying to make. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, Mr. Mayor, are you willing to revise your statement regarding the snowball fight, given that this was not exactly a friendly back and forth snowball fight? The police that were there were not throwing any snowballs. They were getting pelted themselves. And number two, have you considered, or would you consider banning these crowdsourcing events, because they can and sometimes do get out of hand?
So I'm not going to be banning snowball fights or organized snowball fights. I've shared my thoughts with New Yorkers, and I continue to believe that what we are seeing in this response to this winter blizzard from the city workers as a whole, and that includes the hardworking men and women of the NYPD, is part of why the city's getting back on its feet, and I'm appreciative of that work.
Okay. I don't know, people didn't ask as many questions when the illegals were out there beating the shit out of cops right in the middle of the street. They didn't care about that. Those were poor illegals. They were even getting out of jail for free. Snowball fights? No, go arrest those Americans. Anyways, next up we have Mexican cartel takes over vehicles and setting them on fire. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this, and then we'll hop in the chat. It's obviously a follow-up to what's going on in Mexico. It doesn't seem like we're going to rescue these people, so I wonder how this is going to turn out. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
To another Fox News alert, some Americans are still stranded in Mexico this morning after the notorious cartel leader was killed, sparking violent street clashes near luxury beach resorts.
Steve Harrigan joins us now from Puerto Vallarta. Speaking to some tourists who are stuck there still, Steve, right?
Brian, amazing scenes at the airport. A lot of American tourists down here for a vacation. Suddenly they got caught in a crossfire with really nowhere to go. A lot of the vehicles that were supposed to take them around were actually taken over by cartel members in a fight that left more than 70 dead. These vehicles set on fire, so a lot of tourists out there stranded, hoping for a police escort back to their resorts. Here's a couple that we spoke to trying to get out yesterday.
Some people, after they got dropped off, then their van was taken.
They were stuck at the golf course.
The driver was removed from the van, and they took the van away to burn.
Really?
Yeah.
You really get the sense that these people were terrorized. They were been through so much. For Mexico, initially, it is a great victory. They captured and killed the most notorious drug lord in the world. They did so after pressure to take action from President Trump and also with help from U.S. intelligence in finding him. But in the short term, tourism here is just going to be crushed. A lot of people we spoke to at the airport said, we are never coming back here again. Guys, back to you.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to...
Okay. So it seems like nobody's going to do anything. And it also seems that Mexico's government has pretty much lost control of the area. They can't get those people to go away, and they're just kind of preparing for the next terrorist attack to happen over there. Fun stuff. They also mentioned that 70 people have been killed in these attacks so far, which is the first time we've got any kind of number. We know that they smoked like 24 National Guard, Mexico's National Guard, on the very first day. Now they're saying 70 people dead. None of them better be Americans, or else they're going to end up like Venezuela. Next up, Virginia's Abigail, whatever her name is, questions President Trump's golden age claims. Now this video has a whole bunch of Democrats all bent out of shape about the State of the Union address. That's okay. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about what's going on in Mexico, as well as Ma'am Donnie being questioned about these aggressive snowball fighters over here. Let me see. Ghostly Mexico needs to put down the tequila and stop being sissies. Yeah, for real. They need to do something about their cartel before we start doing something about their cartel. We're not really respecting other countries right now. We kind of do whatever we want, so they're pretty close to us to be playing these games. Here, Juicer, a New York snowball would probably qualify as a biochemical weapon? Probably. I'm waiting for them to say the snowballs are racist. You know, it's coming up. Zero, a lot of words for saying, nah, not doing anything. Yeah, they're not going to do anything about it. Ghostly, now he likes cops. That's what they're trying to portray here. I think he's desperately trying to get away from the property tax thing. I think because that pissed a lot of people off very quickly right after they voted him in. And so now he's trying to just create distance between him and that 9.5% increase in property tax that he's trying to get going. Liberty, Lady Liberty. I have the app Flight Radar in Mexico military has been all over. I hope protecting the resorts. It seems like they are. They need to get the cartel out of the cities. That's what they need to do so Americans can go home, because they don't want America to show up to take those people home. So they might as well just pave the way. What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you. How's your Wednesday going? What's up, Kane? Happy freedom to you. Now, I'll never get to see a donkey show. Don't you worry. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for you. We got AOC. That's close. It's almost the same thing. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom. Zero, Trump is considering allowing, what is the word, not vigilantes, but paid special forces people to take care of the cartels. Damn, I can't even think what they're called right now. Yeah, I can't think of what they're called. But that'd be interesting. It's kind of a workaround than sending our military in there. Yeah, contractors. Yeah, Ghostly, that's what I was thinking, contractors. Culty, a militia. Yeah, that could be. Glamour, how much to eat chapstick? I will eat a whole brand new thing of chapstick for $500. I will crack that bitch open on camera and eat the whole thing. $1,000. I'll take my shirt off while I'm doing it. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Honey Badger? Happy freedom. Mercenaries, contractors. Yeah, mercenaries. That's what I was trying to think of. What's up, Slenderella? Happy freedom. I don't know what's going on the GoofTube. There's only like 6 comments, but there's 60 people watching. Lurking in the shadows. Naked. I don't know. It's very weird. Either way. Like I said, we got a video with a plethora of Democrats being Democrats. They're all bent on shape about a State of the Union address. That's okay. Good for them. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this polled up. These dusty Democrats are all mad. There's nothing like cutting your wiener off and being angry. Quite the life. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
Let's head now to Tom Dempsey, who has more on the Democrats' response to last night. Tom, we know dozens of them boycotted, several of them heckled him last night. But Virginia's governor, Abigail Spanberger, who delivered the rebuttal, she says Americans aren't feeling that golden age that President Trump talked about.
That's right, Marky. Good morning from the Capitol. Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger really focusing on affordability during the Democrats' rebuttal speech, accusing President Trump of hurting Americans and the economy.
Costs are too high in housing, healthcare, energy, and childcare. And I know these same conversations are being had all across this country. Everyday Americans are paying the price. And even though the Supreme Court...
And aside from the economy, Spanberger also zeroed in on ICE operations, saying President Trump sent, quote, poorly trained agents into U.S. cities.
They have ripped nursing mothers away from their babies. They have sent children, a little boy in a blue bunny hat, children to far-off detention centers. And they have killed American citizens in our streets.
Woo! Spanberger won her race to be Virginia governor last November, and during that speech, she also touted recent wins from Democrats, saying her party understands the needs of Americans more than Republicans. Markey?
Tom, the pushback on the president's speech, that started as he entered the House chamber last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the more notable moments of the State of the Union, not just President Trump's speech, but also the reactions from Democrats in the crowd. We saw Representatives Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib shout and heckle President Trump when he was talking about immigration. Also of note, Representative Al Green, a Democrat from Texas, got escorted out for the second State of the Union in a row because he held up a sign before the president's address referencing the controversial video President Trump posted to social media of the Obamas.
The president has surrounded himself with people who will tell him what he wants to hear. He needs to have somebody who will tell him what he needs to know. This was a needs-to-know moment for the president.
A number of Democrats boycotted the speech from President Trump, some of them attending counter rallies, including one that was held on the National Mall. But we will note that, yes, Democrats did sit in silence during much of President Trump's State of the Union address, but they did stand up and applaud when President Trump brought up things like ending political violence.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone. And
But like I said, the Democrats, they were huge fans of President Trump's State of the Union address. Also, I forgot to look it up. I am pretty sure President Trump's State of the Union address yesterday was a record breaker. Let's see what the actual time was. I couldn't look it up yesterday because nobody wrote it down yet. So let's see, because I'm pretty sure he broke the record yesterday. It was. He did 1 hour and 48 minutes, and his previous record was 89 minutes. So last night he did 108 minutes, and before he did 89 minutes. Now before it didn't count, or something like that, it didn't count all the way because half of Congress wasn't there, or something. There was some sort of like technicality on why it didn't count last time. It counted now. He holds the record for the longest State of the Union address, and it was good stuff. It was good stuff. Either way, like I was saying, Democrats hissing and baring their teeth in response to President Trump's State of the Union address, as they do. Next up, got a follow-up for the Epstein Files. This one's titled "Former Harvard President Larry Summers to Retire as Professor Following Scrutiny." Now, I think this is interesting because when the Epstein Files stuff first came out and people were trying to get a client list, which now they claim that that's not a real thing, President Trump was listing Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, and a few other people, and everyone except for the Clintons seems to be resigning and stepping down and kind of disappearing from the public eye. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, they want all the attention right now. They're supposed to be given their statements or whatever during a hearing, a non-criminal hearing at the end of the month, I think it is, and so we'll be covering that when that happens. But either way, next up we got to follow up with the Epstein stuff. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about those dusty Democrats. Zero, throwback Neanderthal, yeah. Al Green or whatever his name is, sitting there with a sign that says the Obamas are not primates, or saying black people or something. I don't know. It's being an idiot while looking like shit. If they took that suit off of him, he'd look like he was homeless. Russell, did you see the rally with the frogs? I did not. Sounds explicit. Zero, I can't read that out loud, but yeah, he does look like shit. Russell, the State of the Union address will go down as one of the best in history. I bet you're right. So, Newman, I didn't vote for this lying bitch. Yeah, she seems kind of like an asshole. I haven't seen her yet. That's my first impression of her, is that right there. Sassy Patriot, Hillary will be testifying. Oh, it's tomorrow? I thought it was it is the end of the month, isn't it? Dirt. 10 a.m. Bill will be on Friday. Thank you for letting me know, Sassy Patriot. I'm interested to see how all of that goes. What's up, Cassandra? Happy freedom to you. Totally care they don't count the time of applause. I was wondering, they do a lot of clapping during the State of the Union addresses. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. Can't get Rumble to work on Xbox. Hoping there's an update soon. Interesting. I wonder why that's happening. Did you check their X page to see if they have any updates on that? I wonder why they're on one console and not the other. Kevin, greasy as fuck. He is. He's nasty looking. What's up, Bugs? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I appreciate it, Colty. I was trying to add sound effects into the State of the Union address to kind of die down the fatigue of all the clapping. There's just so much standing and clapping. And so, I don't know. It seemed like a nice filler. That's what she called me. Lady Liberty, when are they not mad? That's true. Those Democrats, they stay angry. Colty, I'm from Arizona, so the allergies are starting to whip my ass already. Are you feeling the season change? I won't have a season change for like another 60 days or something like that, but it gets me too. As soon as the snow melts, I start getting all messed up, like my sinuses and stuff. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I appreciate it, Colty. Thank you so much for the feedback. Bright Gaming, big news about Rumble Shorts next month. That's right. I was actually just telling everybody about it at the beginning of the live there. Oh, I appreciate it here, Juicer. Ghostly, Al Green tricked AOC into thinking, oh, I don't think I can read this out loud. I will have to read that on Saturday. I can't read that today. Lisa, I hate her. Who? Hillary? AOC? The new governor lady that was just on the screen? There's a lot of options out there. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. What's up, Johnny? Happy freedom to you. Xterra runs naked through the chat. That's, that's definitely a thing to do on Wednesday. What's up, King of Biltong? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Hooligans Island? Happy freedom to you. All right, let's see what's coming up next. Like I said, follow up with the Epstein Files. Larry Summers says he's going to resign. Oh, this poor billionaire. Significant. He's not going to have a job anymore? Darn it. It must be really hard after being a pedophile for all this time. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Significant fallout today from the Epstein Files as former Harvard president Larry Summers has announced he's retiring from his professorship at the end of the academic year, and the Ivy League school says that Mr. Summers is also resigning from a position at the Kennedy School of Government. Harvard says this comes in relation to their ongoing review of all Harvard personnel who may have had relationships with Jeffrey Epstein. The emails recently released by the Justice Department show that Summers, who was also a former Treasury Secretary in the Clinton administration, and Epstein had exchanged lots of chummy emails for years after Epstein's 2008 conviction for procuring sex from a minor in Florida. Asked for her comment on Summers' announcement, Senator Elizabeth Warren, a longtime critic of Summers, said in the halls of Congress today to a reporter, one word and one word only. That word, good. We're continuing to follow this development, and we will report back as soon as we get more information.
So like I said, everybody in the UK who's connected to the Epstein Files, they're getting arrested. Everyone here, well, they're retiring from their jobs, but they're so wealthy that they don't really need jobs anyways. So, like I said, it must be really hard to be that wealthy and not be held accountable. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Stowner, and it's titled Our AJ Break. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about Larry Summers resigning. I wonder how many people are going to be doing that. Zero retiring, they're all guilty. I think so too. Otherwise, why would they resign? Why would they step out of the public eye? That doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like a form of guilt. Or maybe they're trying to like break away from the public eye before they get arrested, or maybe they assume they're going to get arrested. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But at the same time, every one of these people who is resigning, it is being announced that they are resigning because of the Epstein Files. And so I don't really know why they're doing it. What's up, Neurodivergent? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you. Lady Liberty, Republican from Kentucky, made a statement about how nobody is getting arrested. He did that on the 24th of this month. Yesterday? Yesterday was the 24th. Interesting. At least somebody's bringing it up. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy freedom to you. Sounds awesome, Neurodivergent. I appreciate you. What's up, Kirsten? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Corley? Happy freedom. I'm doing all right, Dutton. How are you doing? So Corey Luca, happy freedom to you. What are you talking about, Corey Luca? Zero getting their affairs in order, hiding the money and all of that. Yeah, I believe it. Ghostly giving up the power, might not get arrested. Stay in power, more chance that they go after them. It could be. We won't know until we see what happens next. Honey Badger, the most telling example of Democrats' hatred for Trump and his policies was when they sat after Trump asked all to stand who support protecting America over illegals, while Republicans stood and clapped for over a minute. Yeah, those dusty Dems. They don't care about anything except for their little communism they got going on in the background. They love it. What's up, Boston guy? Happy freedom to you. Lady Liberty, Thomas Massey. Interesting. I'll look it up. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, Thormac? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jacob? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, let's get into this next one. Like I said, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Let me see. This one was provided by Stone. Now, our midlife break is titled our Alex Jones break.
Liberal, 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 liberal. Happy fun, la la la. Human smuggling, government euthanasia. Happy fun, la la la. For smuggling fentanyl gas. Happy fun, la la la. Human smuggling, government euthanasia. Happy fun, la la la. For smuggling fentanyl gas. Like chopping up children's genitals.
Yay! Good stuff. Next up in the news, we have President Trump doubles down on his threats to Iran. But first, I think we just got raided. Thank you so much, Robert, for the raid. Really appreciate you. Hold on, let me grab your link really quick. Everybody go give Robert a follow here. Do the thing. Bam, give them a follow. Klaus Daniels, raid time, buddy. Got that raid going. Raid. Klaus Daniels. Thank you so much for the raid. You're a badass, Robert. Really appreciate you. You guys go give them a follow. Klaus Daniels, you didn't even join in. You're lazy. You're lazy. I'm turning you in for a new cat. Anyways, like I said, next up we got President Trump doubled down on the threats of Iran. But first, I want to remind you hooligans that my birthday is coming up. So if you'd like to send me something for my birthday, you are welcome to use the wish list, or you could send something to the P.O. Box. We will be doing the birthday unboxing on my birthday, March 11th. So we're going to drop these links in the chat really quick here. One is for the wish list, and the other is for the P.O. Box. Hopefully it'll all fit in the chat. We got new links here. Also, I added a whole bunch of stuff to the wish list because I was informed that there was a bunch of things out of stock. So there you go. If you would like to participate in the birthday unboxing, like I said, March 11th, go do the thing. Appreciate you, Wrench. Thank you so much for gifting a sub over on Rumble. Thank you for making more hooligans. You're a badass. Let's get into this video real quick and then we'll hop back in the chat. We got all the Alex Jones songs. You can never have too many. Either way, like I said, President Trump doubles down on his threats to Iran. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
President Trump said in his State of the Union, that Iran is working to build nuclear weapons that could threaten the United States. Iran's foreign ministry calls that a lie. CBS News correspondent Charlie D'Agata has more on the U.S. military buildup in that region ahead of tomorrow's planned negotiations.
So President Trump doubled down on his threats to Iran, saying he wouldn't allow the country he called the world's biggest sponsor of terrorism to have a nuclear weapon. In fact, accusing Iran of developing missiles to reach the United States, a claim we can't verify. What is clear is this U.S. military buildup that shows no sign of slowing down. Over the past 24 hours alone, we've learned that a squadron of F-22 stealth fighter jets have actually arrived here in Israel. And take a look at the influx of combat aircraft, from fighter jets to heavy lift transport planes at U.S. air bases across the region. Then there's the warships, the Ford aircraft carrier now in the Mediterranean off the coast of Israel, the Lincoln aircraft carrier in the Arabian Sea, at least a dozen guided missile destroyers. Overall, the largest buildup this region has seen since the invasion of Iraq in 2003. So the pressure is mounting inside Iran too. Protests have started up again this week. And on the social media platform X, the CIA is now posting messages in Farsi urging demonstrators to contact the agency and how to do so safely, which all sets the stage for talks tomorrow in Geneva. Iran still looking for some kind of diplomatic breakthrough, and the stakes could not be higher. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Okay. So a lot of people are worried about how this stuff's going to go with Iran. I'm not that worried about it. But either way, they are saying that President Trump is claiming that Iran is rebuilding their nuclear program after we gave them the bunker buster bombs last time. Now, Iran says that they're not, but we don't trust those people. We've been moving fighter jets, aircraft carriers, and all kinds of warships and stuff into the region. And we haven't had this much firepower in that region since 2003, and that's what's making people uneasy. We'll see how it turns out. Next up, Surgeon General Nominee says that you shouldn't trust doctors. Now, this next video is really interesting because it's actually a propaganda piece. They want to encourage you that the Surgeon General Nominee is some extremist. She's a crazy person. She thinks that the vaccines could cause autism. She thinks that being on prescriptions and stuff like that is actually bad for your health, and a bunch of other things that I think makes her really, really relatable. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about us potentially turning Iran into a parking lot. Russell, based on the military buildup in the Middle East, Iran is fucked. They don't play ball. Yeah, they better make a deal. They better make a deal. So Enigma used to date a girl whose birthday was March 13th. Yeah, there's a lot of March birthdays. I'm going to try and go to the DMV this week. I got to renew my driver's license, and I got to get new tags for my cars. My broken Subaru that doesn't do shit but sit in the parking lot. And I don't want to have to wait with everybody else that has March birthdays. So I'm trying to go this week before it's March. Zero, oh wow, CIA posting directly to the protesters. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Ghostly. Yeah, the Keurig thing that I got came with a reusable K-cup. I just don't have any coffee, but I think Biltong is sending me some coffee, and that's how I plan on giving her a try. Hair Juicer, talking about the wealthy people resigning. It probably frees them from required stock sales rules. Yeah, it definitely could. Zero, it's going to look scary, but we're going to be all right. Yeah, I think so. What's up, Bill Dozer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Galaxy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, XY? Happy freedom. What's up, Meg B? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate all of you guys sliding through here. Make sure you hit that like button. Corley Pisces. What is this? Pisces of the baddest ass people there are. You know, there's February Pisces and then there's March Pisces, and then we're kind of different. I just realized that this year. I'm a little slow, but I'm catching up. What's up, Donnie? Happy freedom. Americans got smoked. Well, yeah, we got a video talking about that, but the video we have, they haven't confirmed if those are Americans or not. The boat was registered to Florida, but they don't know if it was Americans that were killed yet, but maybe there's new information out. What's up, Minnesota? What's up, kids, today? Happy freedom. Throwing my chapstick around here. Getting excited. Bildos, I'm tired of the freaking sandbox. Yeah. Making threats, too. They haven't been talking about it, but they made a threat against President Trump not that long ago. And they've made multiple threats over the last year or so. I'm glad you're doing good, Dutton. Thank you for being with us today. So, Queen Josephine, happy freedom to you. Corley, giant comet heading toward the sun. Anybody hear about that? No, I haven't heard anything about space recently, other than the Alien Files, and I wonder when we're supposed to get that. Do you think Epstein's in the Alien Files since everybody else is in the Epstein Files? Just wondering. What's up, my feed? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Wrench, for gifting another sub over on Rumble. You're a badass out here making more hooligans. And I appreciate you, Wrench. Thank you. Hear my squeaky chair? It's my haunted house chair. It's always creaking and squeaking. It's Klaus Daniels' fault. Yeah. He's the President Trump of the house here. He gets blamed for everything. Done. The people of Iran are protesting to get rid of Islam. Yeah. It sounds like we need to go over there and liberate them. I am King of Biltong. I was wondering when you were going to notice. Yes. Yes, I am of lesbian descent. You can't tell? Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Klaus likes hanging out with me the way I eat kitty. Mm-hmm. You like that? Good stuff. Good stuff. Done. Just a spritz of the WD-40 will fix that squeak. I can't figure out where it's squeaking. I'm trying not to grease my carpet. But you're right. A little WD squirrel pee will fix it. You guys thought I drove a Subaru for fun. I want you to send me lesbian stickers so I can stick it all over the car. Maybe the police will leave me alone. We'll see. Now, Rogers, I got carded for alcohol the other day, and the clerk had the same birthday. Even the same year. It was strange. You guys had a bonding moment. They should have gave you a free bottle of alcohol. You know, take a shot for free or something. Kirsten. You didn't know? I thought you guys knew. I should make t-shirts. Lisa, the birthday. Can't beat a birthday. So, Stone Cold Killer, happy freedom to you. Why are you spamming the chat, though? Wake everybody up. It says there's 70 people over there. There's 3 of you in the chat. Is the chat broken? Am I being, like, view-botted or something? I don't know. YouTube's doing weird stuff. Zero that WD Squirrel P. When I used to work at this place where we made road repair products, I was the only person there. I was doing all this chemistry work and stuff. It was kind of all right. I just sit there listening to wood radio in a big empty warehouse by myself, and I didn't even make that good of money. But it was all right. But yeah, we used WD for everything. And he'd be like, hand me the Squirrel P. And I'm like, what? And he's like, the WD-40. I'm like, why do you call it the Squirrel P? He's like, it's the WD Squirrel P. And I don't know why he called it that, but I've never been able to get it out of my head ever since. So that's what it is now. WD Squirrel P. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, Surgeon General nominee. Oh, hold on a second. Thank you so much, Information Warlord, for that doll hair over on Rumble. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. It says, happy freedom, hooligans. Happy freedom, Information Warlord. Thank you for being with us. Like I said, Surgeon General nominee says you shouldn't trust your doctor. The next surgeon. Now, like I said, this video is really interesting because they're trying to sell you some propaganda. They want you to believe that this woman is an extremist of sorts. She wants you to not trust vaccines. She wants you to question your doctor's prescriptions. She says medicine in general is bad for you. And there's a long list of other things that, in their mind, makes her an extremist of sorts. To me, it makes her a lot more relatable. So, hit that like button and let's get into this.
The next Surgeon General of the US is expected to be Dr. Casey Means, a wellness entrepreneur, an influencer, and she has a very unique background when it comes to Surgeon General picks, in no small part because she does not currently have an active medical license. Casey Means graduated from Stanford Medical School, and then she was partway through a very prestigious surgical residency when she says she had a kind of epiphany.
I learned virtually nothing at Stanford Medical School about the tens of thousands of scientific papers that elucidate these root causes of why American health is plummeting.
And so she dropped out of her residency and stepped away from conventional medicine. So the role of the Surgeon General historically has been to translate the best available science and show people how that really plays into their daily lives. They have raised awareness of the AIDS epidemic, alcohol and cancer, about loneliness. A lot of researchers attribute the decline in smoking rates to Surgeon General warnings. It really is a position with a very powerful megaphone. A lot of what Dr. Means has espoused is pretty uncontroversial. She talks about eating better, moving more, getting plenty of sleep. But she also has some opinions that go pretty far outside of the realm of mainstream medicine. She suggested that there could be a link between vaccines and autism. She has demonized birth control pills, and she said that the more prescription medications Americans take, the sicker they are.
The system is rigged against the American patient to create diseases and then profit off of them.
Her advice fundamentally boils down to trust yourself, not your doctor. She has this framework that all of these different chronic diseases are connected and that fundamental lifestyle changes could help us alleviate whole swaths of them. I think a large part of why Dr. Means has resonated with so many people is that people want to be able to feel like they have some control over their health. And a lot of her supporters say that that is precisely the kind of person we need in charge, someone who has been inside the medical system and so in theory knows a bit about how to dismantle it. A lot of critics also think that that level of distrust and that sort of condemnation of the medical system is exactly why she shouldn't have this role.
I don't know. You think she's too extreme to be the Surgeon General, or is she relatable? They're saying that in this propaganda video that the Surgeon General nominee is trying to make it seem like she's a conspiracy theorist. They're saying that she researches beyond mainstream info. She believes that prescription medicine isn't good for you, and the more that you take, the worse it is. Also mentioning that she believes that vaccines may cause autism. They're lying to make her sound like an extremist, and like I said, I actually think this all makes her more relatable. Next up, Cuba says 4 killed on U.S. registered speedboat in confrontation off of Cuba coast. Now, in this video, they emphasize that they don't know if it's Americans that were killed on board. They said that trafficking happens all the time between Florida and Cuba, so I don't know. I haven't been able to see beyond this at this point. But the boat was registered in the U.S., like I said, off of Florida. 4 killed, 6 injured. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the new Surgeon General nominee. Zero, I'd be good with her as Sergeant General. Let me see, in line with RFK Jr.? Yeah, I think so too, Zero. She sounds like a good nominee to me. But it also makes me think that they're not going to validate her. Whatever they got to do, I don't remember what it's called. They got to certify her. And I wonder if they're not going to, just like Alina Habba. They won't certify her either. Matt Rogers sounds like she has a straight head on her shoulders. That's what I feel too. Ghostly, yeah, you're right. I can't read that out loud because YouTube will fucking get me, but yeah, you're right. Russell, she sounds like she has sense. I think so too. What's up, Toss? Happy freedom to you. PB Blaster, Panther Piss. There you go. There you go. I haven't had to use any of that yet, but now I know. What's up, Drew? Happy freedom to you. Her brother's a badass too. What does her brother do? What is her name? I missed her name. I was going to write it down. I totally spaced it. Meg B, I don't like having either Big Pharma or snake oil as choices. Yeah. I don't trust any of these people. I don't go to the doctor at all. I fix all my problems with water and sleep. Thormac, you ever listen to all the side effects they rattle off on those pharmaceutical chemicals, or commercials rather? I'd rather take my chances with whatever it is they're trying to fix. Yeah. I don't take medicine at all. All of it just ends up making me sick. I got a real sensitive stomach. I have all kinds of stomach problems, and I'm real sensitive to medicine. Told care doctors only have a license to practice medicine. Yep, I don't think they ever get good at it though. What's up, Danon? Happy freedom to you. Galaxy DEI doctors and therapists? No thanks. Yeah. Charge you money and keep you sick. Bulldozer propagandistic as fuck. You're right. It has that tone. She's a scary woman. She thinks these radical thoughts, questioning authority. How dare she? Bug, she sounds based. That's what I was thinking too. Has that frickin' Karen voice. She's trying to influence the masses. Bill Tong, she's preaching to the converted over here. I'm saying. That's why I always enjoy playing propaganda, because it's so obvious after all the stuff that we've covered. Kids today, extremism is totally subjective. Yeah. Throwing labels around, that's what the lefties like to do. Colty, now I'm going to use it, the squirrel pea. Yeah. What's up, Noblest? Happy freedom to you. Go ahead, tell us that this boat Cuba blew up and why they do it. I don't tell anybody anything. We play the video and then we all discuss it together. Can't blame me. It ain't my fault for what the videos say. Watchman is ma'am. That's right. That's right. You talking about Cass? Oh, yeah. I don't know why it's like that. Yeah, if I take an aspirin, I start throwing up blood. But if I eat a Reaper, then, I'm just a little bent out of shape for about 20 minutes, and then I'm good to go. I don't know why it's like that. That's how bad medicine is. It's worse for you than Reapers. Like, worse than scorpion peppers. Worse than rubbing hot sauce in your eye. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Teasel? Happy freedom to you. No El Taco on Hero. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the YouTube chat. A lot of people lurking, studying me. Are these paid studies? Yeah, Cass, I'm just a hooligan. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I just trust the science, Either way, moving forward here, like I said, Cuba says 4 killed on U.S. registered speedboat in confrontation off of Cuba's coast. But before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's been in need of a kidney transplant, and he's recently been in and out of the hospital. He's got a lot of stuff going on. We put a story together. Well, if we didn't put a story together, we put a page together for him over on the website. It's got his story, his links, his details, and he even made a GoFundMe. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Speaking of Larry, have you guys seen Larry? Was he here yesterday for the State of the Union address? I can't remember if we've seen him in the last 24 hours or not. Otherwise, we're going to have to go search for him. Either way, let's pull up the stuff about Cuba, and I'll Google and see if there's any new information about whether or not they validate if these are Americans or not. Because the other weird thing about this story, other than it's a U.S. speedboat that was supposedly within a mile of Cuba, but they say that they attacked Cuba first, and that makes it even more weird. So I'll see what I can find on top of watching this video. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Cuba saying it's killed 4 people aboard an American speedboat and injuring 6 others. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Breaking news at this hour. The Cuban embassy in the United States saying that Cuban troops opened fire on the speedboat that they say was detected in Cuba's territorial waters. The vessel, actually registered in Florida, is said to have been about a mile from Cuba. our contributor and retired Colonel Steve Gagnier joins me now. Clearly, we're just reading in, getting more information. But as you're getting details, what are your first thoughts?
First of all, we can't trust anything that the Cubans say. So if they say it was only a mile offshore, then that opens questions like what was that speedboat doing there, because it was within the 12 nautical mile legal limit of sovereign territory of Cuba. If it was outside of 12 miles and this happened, which we will be able to probably determine, then that is something very, very different, and that becomes a very big diplomatic incident. So 4 people dead, 6 people injured. That's about the only thing we can trust. The Cubans say that the U.S. boat fired first on the Cuban boat. Hard to believe that, but we need to wait and see how close they were actually, and that will determine how big a deal this actually becomes.
And we're being very careful with the language here because we're saying an American speedboat. We're not saying that Americans were killed. We don't know yet. I don't think we can confirm, right, if they were Americans or not. Okay. So clearly this is fallout from the capture of Maduro.
Yeah, it's fallout in the sense that the Cubans are very nervous. So remember when we took Maduro and we said that we're going to control Venezuelan oil, we said 60% of your daily requirement of oil, Cuba, is no longer going to come to you from Venezuela. And so you think about a cut of that much oil that keeps the lights on is eventually going to crush the Cuban economy. The Cubans know this. They know that the White House has said very clearly that they want regime change in Havana. So it's a matter of time before the economy collapses and something has to give. So very, very nervous until you can see that they may be on guard. But at this point, there's no reason to think that this was deliberate or something done by the United States government. Smuggling happens back and forth between Cuba and Florida all the time. So a lot of questions here. We can't really determine anything, but we do know that the Cubans are very nervous about the U.S. pushing the regime to collapse.
Okay. So I went and Googled some notes here, but we'll read through the notes that I got wrote down from the video. They're saying that Cuban military just smoked a speedboat that says it was registered to Florida. They claimed that it opened fire against the Cuban boats first. They killed 4 on board the vessels. 6 of them were injured. They claimed that the boat came within a mile of Cuba. They emphasized that they don't know if it was Americans or not that were killed on the U.S. registered boat. The video then tries to influence its viewers that this is somehow related to Venezuela and claim that this is in connection with Venezuelan oil. I don't think there's anything validating that. I don't know if the producers told them to say that or what. That just sounds like they pulled that straight out of their ass. But I Googled it to figure out if we can see who was who on the boat. They're saying U.S. officials, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, confirmed the boat was not a U.S. government vessel and did not carry U.S. personnel. However, nationalities of those on board remain unclear. The U.S. is conducting its own investigation to determine if any were American citizens or legal residents and is not relying solely on Cuban accounts. Florida Attorney General James, whatever the hell his name is, has launched a state-level probe stating the Cuban government cannot be trusted. Multiple U.S. lawmakers, including Representative Carlos somebody, have condemned the incident as a massacre and called for accountability. As of now, no official confirmation has been made about the identities or the citizenship of the deceased or the injured. So I assume tomorrow we'll probably have a follow-up on that. Either way, next up we got the last little bit of the news, and it is lefties losing it. Today it's titled, Democrats Sink to New Lows During the State of the Union. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Cuba shooting this U.S. registered boat. J Spray, YouTube's throttling the shit out of you? Yeah, it seems that way. Stuff is being really weird on YouTube right now, and I don't know why. No, I appreciate you, Russell. Thank you. Zero aspirin will cause ulcers. Oh, I believe it. Russell, Cuba's gonna fall. It seems like, I'm wondering how this is gonna go. If they smoked Americans, then they're probably gonna get under the spotlight. Oh, well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. No, I don't think so. Hair juicer, hot stuff kills the bacteria that causes ulcers. See, the Reapers are good for us. Happy freedom to you, J Spray. Obnoxious guy, being a doctor is called a practice for a reason. Most others at that level of education are professional. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Ghostly, I noticed they didn't use the Surgeon General's nominees sound bites. They just summarized what she believes. I'll bet she sounds even more reasonable. Yeah, I think so, Ghostly, and I assume this isn't going to be the last we hear of her. Next time we cover her, I'll try and grab a video that actually has some clips of her speaking instead of people speaking for her. Ghostly, does Cuba have a nuke? Didn't they used to? Didn't they threaten us with a nuke? I don't know if they actually have one, but I thought they were threatening us with nukes like in the 80s, or maybe it was before then. It was probably before then. Kirsten, what is it with all the warmongering with these countries? I don't know, because they don't want to play ball with us, so I don't understand what they're asking for. Hooligans Island, Russia is Cuba's ally. Was that all part of the Cold War? That we had a problem with Russia and Cuba at the same time? And Cuba supposedly had nuclear weapons that were within range to hit us? I didn't pay enough attention when I was in high school. Information Warlord pro tip: don't take your boat to another country and shoot at their law enforcement personnel. I mean, if they're just Floridians that just randomly decided to do that, which that wouldn't surprise me at all, yeah, that probably wasn't the smartest move. But I'm interested to see what we can find out tomorrow. Hooligans Island, the only good thing about Cuba is their cigars and antique cars. We covered a video a couple years ago where they were shooting their protesters in the street. And I think, it's not funny, but it's ironic when our protesters here wish that we were a communist country. Because it's like, that'd be you, bud. That'd be you. Every time you went outside and opened your face about some stupid shit that didn't matter, the government would just mow you down and nobody would do anything about it. They're lucky to live in America. King Biltong, if you get headaches, just take half a teaspoon of Celtic salt and a glass of water, 30 minutes, and it's gone. Interesting. I don't have any Celtic salt. I have to get some. I keep baking soda for heartburn. That stuff immediately puts heartburn out. Half a teaspoon of baking soda and a half a glass of warm water, and you just sip it, and it's like within seconds it'll fix your heartburn. Because I get bad heartburn. Noblest, they shut all the fuel delivery off to Cuba. They must be unhappy. I get it. It could be. That could be what it has to do with. Tolicare, was it a gangland speedboat drive-by? It might have been. Crips and Bloods in the Bay? You never know. Screaming Eagle, CIA? Definitely could have been. Meg B. I had so much stomach bleeding, I craved spicy foods because it gave me pain relief. I'm sorry to hear that. I had stomach problems for a long time, but I started eating better. It's not a fix for everything, but it makes things a lot better. I was so bad I couldn't even walk. I was like just messed up, totally messed up. Kevin, didn't work on my heartburn. Yeah, Kevin, I know. I feel bad about that. I actually feel really bad about that because I was giving you advice, as much advice as I have on heartburn, and you are having different heart problems. I'm so sorry about that, Kevin. So Bill Clay, happy freedom to you. Coralie, CIA runs the drugs in the Caribbean. Yeah, I totally believe that. Totally. I think they run the world. What's up, Error? Happy freedom to you. Hold my beer moment gone wrong? It could be. It could be. It could have been Floridians just doing Florida stuff, you know? Kirsten, I've lost all grammar skills since the what? The advance of spell check. I've never had good grammar skills. You could tell by the way I talk. Russell, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't know anything about it, but I know that we were worried about it back then. Jay Spray covered the State of the Union address yesterday. Now you're throttled today. Yeah, I figured it was probably in connection with that. Matt Rogers, I knew a few Marines that went to Gitmo for guard duty. They're live fire from Cubans almost every day. Interesting. Maybe they want problems. Well, they think they want problems. Corley, I have dyslexia. I use voice talk. You can tell. I have dyslexia too. I have it really bad. Before we started doing Coffee with Hooligans, we used to only cover live events, and I used to tell people that were close to me every single day. I was like, I wish that we could just cover news every day and not necessarily live events. The problem is I'm scared to read the chat because everyone's going to figure out I can't read. For years. It took me like 3 years before we could actually start doing this because I had to build the confidence to do it. And now here we are doing the thing. Galaxy, Cuban crisis, drugs and guns. See, I need to look into that since Cuba wants our attention. Kirsten, why would Cuba want problems with us? I don't understand. Because we took their oil away, maybe. I don't know. What's up, Post Malone? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom to you. Hanging out over on the commie tube. I appreciate you making sure it still works over there. I don't know what's going on with the commie tube. Ghostly, I'll be real. We'll never know the truth about the boat. I don't trust either side. I don't either, and I also wonder, like, what if this is us starting problems with Cuba? What if it's not the other way around? What if we sent a speedboat over to Cuba and started problems? They smoked those people and did what they did, right? And then we turn around and go, okay, we had a boat of Americans who got too close and basically say that Cuba lies about the parts that they don't want to admit to. Like, say they didn't get close to Cuba. Cuba shot them anyways. They didn't shoot at Cuba's guard boats or whatever they had. They just killed our people for no reason. And now we're going to retaliate. Now we're going to go over there. Now we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And you know what I mean? Like, did we just bait them? Because it could be that too. Tomorrow we could have an announcement that we're going to go take their leader. We're going to just abduct them in the middle of the night and, you know, put them in a Nike tech suit and bring them to New York. I don't know. We might have just baited them. We won't know until tomorrow. Either way, like I said, next up we got Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled Democrats Sink to New Lows During the State of the Union Address. While I get this pulled up, what color do you think Rita is wearing today? Thank you so much, Information Warlord, for the doll hair over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Information Warlord. Thank you so much for the support. It says, doing the thing. Thank you, Information Warlord. Heck yeah, doing the thing. Hair Juicer, they hacked the boat to cause a war? It could be. That could be. Salt Ragu, thank you for joining us over here on the website. Happy freedom to you. Man, Roger, those are good dogs. Sassy Patriot saying yellow. Hooligans Island saying blue. Cass is saying red. Salad Ragu, what boat? I was working all day. I got millions of illegals to support. Cuba just smoked a boat that was registered here in the U.S., but we don't know if they killed Americans or not. Bill Clay saying yellow. Kevin having peanut butter and banana sandwich. That sounds fantastic right now. What's up, Angry God? Happy freedom to you. Kids today, would Cuba be a beautiful tropical paradise destination? Probably if it wasn't littered with communism, but I don't really know. Thormac, she's wearing clear today. Tilda Kirsten black. Kirsten saying yellow today. Angry God bluish. Snooks nudity with boobs. I hope Snooks is right. Hair Juicer checkers. All right, getting creative here. I don't think anyone's ever said checkers. Green Eyes saying blue. Corley saying green and black. Thormac saying boobs. Very nice. Very nice. Post Malone saying cheetah print. Meta saying green. Magic Moon saying orange. Canuck, beef curtain pink. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Rich is saying green. Agent O saying red. What are you doing? Are you stuck? You need help? Jesus loves this. Ghost is saying white. Russell saying purple. Son Eagleman, what Snook said. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that. I hope Snooks is right. Thank you so much, Green Eyes, for the $20 hairs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Green Eyes. Thank you so much for the support. Says, do you think when they asked George Washington for ID, he just whipped out a quarter? I mean, that's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you, Green Eyes. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So Spicy K, happy freedom to you, saying yellow lemon. Turbo saying purple. You guys are fantastic. Kicks, happy freedom to you. The best thing Rita could wear is me. That's right. She needs a little hooligan in her life. A big one, too, if she's a good girl. Make sure everybody's got their bets placed here. I think so. All right. She's wearing green and black, but go ahead and tell me I'm wrong. Just go ahead and tell me I'm wrong. It's fine. You let me know. Let's get this rolling.
It's time for Lefties Losing It. Now, we've already brought you footage this week of California Governor Gavin Newsom talking down to a black man, the mayor of Atlanta, assuming he must have a terrible SAT score. And Gavin also claimed that he can't read good.
I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
Well, Gavin Newsom is, with the help of the leftist media, pushing back hard against what his office calls MAGA manufactured outrage over those comments. He's even claiming that people are mocking his learning disability, his dyslexia. Well, I've got to say, this dyslexia seems to be rather selective.
You've written a hell of a book, and I don't say that lightly. I went through it in a quick hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And trust me, I don't read very fast, but it reads at an unbelievable pace. It's so well written. And of course, it's so familiar because I felt a little bit adjacent to so much of the subject matter, but it's 18 chapters. It's an impressive piece of work, 263 or so pages.
Say what now, Gavin? The book is 263 pages long. The audio book alone is around 10 hours, but you powered through it in a couple of hours with your crippling dyslexia, no less. This is just amazing. Also amazing is the levels of cringe Gavin is capable of. Watch this video featuring P. Diddy protege, Usher. Now to the mean streets of Portland, and watch here as a woman doing good finds that her help is not appreciated, not one bit.
You all right? Hi, okay, yeah, we're good,
You all right?
Okay? Hi, yep, we're doing okay.
Okay, chill out, relax.
We're good. All right. There's a distance, yep. Are you okay?
Calm down.
Okay, stop.
Calm down.
Stop.
Hey.
Stop.
Relax. Calm down.
It's okay, dear.
Calm down.
So, dear.
Calm down.
Yes, the men have to step in and stop her manhandling Tara. And it must be said that that woman is doing plenty of good in the lefty heartland of Portland. She's not some lefty virtue signaler. She's actually doing good work in helping people and showing how backward communist policies cause so much damage. But it's clear this homeless woman does not want to be helped. Not one bit.
You're not going to poke me in the eye.
All right, Tara, walk away.
Why did you poke my head?
Well, because
We thought you were overdosing.
I think you're overdosing.
Would you like to keep one of these?
Oh my God, you're overdosing.
Would you like a cigarette?
You need it.
All right.
Would you like a cigarette? There you go. Thank you.
You need this though.
I'm okay. You want me to keep it?
You're dying.
Okay.
You're dying.
Okay. You're all right.
Why are you annoyed?
Now, before the State of the Union address, President Trump got a special treat courtesy of the triumphant American hockey team. And a trigger warning here for TDS sufferers. The next 15 seconds is going to be tough.
Huh? I love you. I'll put it on you. Absolutely. I'm not giving it back. I'm not giving it.
I'll trade you that for a pen.
Hey, that's cool. There we go. I never thought I'd ever have this on my.
Okay, sit back, sit back.
Let's now look at the key moments of today's State of the Union address. Let's bring in Ami Horowitz, documentary filmmaker and commentator. Ami, what did you make of the speech? It was certainly long, and he started off on a strong note talking about the golden age of America.
My fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before. Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And you've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Ami Horowitz, how did he start the speech? What did you make of today's State of the Union?
All right. We love the State of the Union address, actually. Either way, that is the last little bit of the news. We got the fun stuff coming up. Like I said, we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Watchman. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Stoner, and it's titled, You Better Stop Eyeballing Me. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Russell, and it's titled, Men Being Men. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about lefties losing their marbles. Loud. Licking loudly. Sounds like a band name or something. Ghostly. The Dems are commies and commies aren't people. How could you not stand for a little girl that survived a semi-truck? Because they'd rather eat her because they're a bunch of nasty people. Matt Rogers, my wife normally works from home. She had to go to the office today, downtown Portland. I hate it. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Matt Rogers. I wish they'd clean that place up. I don't think it'd be that difficult to just enforce the laws that we already have instead of allowing people to be awful. Goes to this shit bothers me. Yeah, there's bad people on display over there in the Democrat Party. What's up, Jimmy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. Hey, I appreciate you being with us, Ramsey. Enjoy the rest of your night. Angry God left us as a sickness, illness, virus, infection, cancer, disease, parasite, and contagious through indoctrination. That's true. That is true. Nah, Sassy Patriot, that ain't that far. Come on, man. You can't have that I can't attitude. Corley, 10 pounds of clams, steamers from my beach, all to myself. That's a lot of clams, Corley. Thank you so much, Bill Tong, for the $10 over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Bill Tong. Thank you so much for everything. Says, as much fun as I'm having, I need to go to work. I cannot give Jeff Bill Tong if I don't go and make it. See you guys tomorrow. Cheers, Jeff and Hooligans. Thank you so much, Bill Tong. I appreciate you. What's up, T1? Happy freedom to you. Gas is up now, people. Light bill going up so high they can, let's see, they are having to make payments to pay their light bills. Stuff is expensive. I don't know, some people have cheap gas. Gas here is $3.10 or something like that. I'm jealous that everybody's got $2 here gas. Test Patriot, yeah. It's not too far though. Kids today, a street person? You mean the homeless people? What do they call it? Unhoused people? Those soft people out there. Kevin, settle down, turtle tits. That's right. Hooligans Island, it's already St. Patrick's Day. Isn't St. Patrick's Day coming up? My birthday always trumps it, so I always forget that that's a thing. Quarterly at my house, it's like almost $4 a gallon. That's too expensive. That is too expensive. A lot of people were mentioning that when we were covering the State of the Union address yesterday, is that we're not really feeling the cheaper prices because the companies are still keeping the prices high even though they're getting a break on it. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. I wasn't on time either. I'm trying though. I think we're doing better than we were. Ghostly clam jamming over there. I know. I'm jealous. Jimmy, gas down to $2.55 here in Maine. And that's with like 74 cents in taxes and fees. Yeah. Magic Moon, just don't look at the country's debt. Yeah. I don't anymore. I was when we had Doge doing things, but we don't really hear about that stuff anymore. It's like the fraud. They found all that money in fraud. We can't pay our debt, but we can afford fraud to happen? That doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, they don't care that much. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. Shamrock Shake, that's right. That's right, I totally forgot about that. Every year near my birthday, I got to get a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's. Thank you for reminding me, Agent O. Got something to look forward to. Matt Rogers, Walmart here is already set up for Easter. Yeah, everything here is like that too. I was at Dollar General the other day and everything had Easter stuff. I'm like, we're not even in March yet. Sly Dog, it's not you, it's me. It's always me, Sly Dog. It's always me. Kevin, I paid $5.60 for 12 eggs. Don't talk to me about gas prices. I don't know what egg prices are. I bought a pack of eggs when everybody was crying about the price, and now I don't know what they actually cost. Meta, I remember gas being 25 cents a gallon. Really? That's crazy. I've never heard of gas being that cheap. Thank you so much, Southern Eagleman, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're a badass. Thank you so much for making more hooligans. Are we able to gift subs over on the GoofTube? Is that a thing? Oh yeah, there is. Interesting. J Spray, debt only matters if you have it. That's true. That's a true story. All right, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to open today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Watchmen. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I'm going to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send me something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Now, like I said, I got this back together yesterday, okay? I figured it out. Now, I don't want to mess with it because I don't know if I'll be able to get it back together, and that will defeat all my progress. So, we're going to see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Watchmen. Now, let's see. What are we on? Day 7. There we go. It's another metal one. For some reason, the metal ones are harder than the wood ones. I don't know why it sounds like that when I say it, but you know. Another brain buster. Let's see. They're fun once you figure them out. Oh, this one I'm not going to be able to figure out. I can tell. I can't even get it to straighten out. Look at this. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it'll focus on this. It won't focus when I hold up a Pokemon card or use some fucking hot sauce. But the shiny thing, yeah. That makes no sense at all. Can we figure it out? I'm not going to be able to figure this out. I can tell you that right now. Come on. Come on. Now, if I talk enough and I think less, then I usually get the, I can get it apart. It's putting it back together that I am usually not able to do. Come on, come on. Doesn't give me a lot of leeway here. I don't know if I'm getting closer or farther away. First step, use your brain. It's asking too much. It's cheating me. That's what's happening. It's cheating. Watchmen, it's too hard. It's too difficult. I don't know how to do it. I did it. I told you, if I just did enough talking, I could talk my way out of it and then back into it. Look at that. I fucking did. Yeah. I did it, buddy. Finally, I have successfully undone and redone a puzzle right here on the live. Yes, very, very good. I'm enjoying all the glory. Let's get into some funny videos. Thank you so much, Watchmen. You're awesome. This first one was provided by Stoner. Let's get this put together. Fucking so proud of myself.
Sure.
Hold on a second. Oh, I grabbed the wrong link. Hold on. Let me scroll through. I'll find it. There it is. I gotta fix this link. Grab the link. Silliness. Anyways. This is our first official funny video of the day. Like I said, this was provided by Stoner and is titled, "You Better Stop Eyeballing Me." Yes. Hello, Zoolander. Anyways, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Russell.
Panera.
No, hold on a second. Just messed my whole screen up. There we go. There we go. Like I said, this was provided by Russell and it's titled Men Being Men.
Panera. Bread! 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 Bread!
You're looking for me. I'm with all the grown men in the corn.
This is the English grass whistle.
I've literally never done that before. That's it. Hey, I said men are simple creatures. Just some dudes looking at the rain.
Yeah, I'm full of luck.
He runs! He runs! Get his ass! Get his ass!
Oh my God! They got the.
Panera. Bread! Bread!
Men being men. That probably made a lot of women mad. They hate seeing happy men. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Cause Dan's getting all excited. He knows what time it is. Ghostly, I love cracking a fresh clam too. Me too, buddy. It's my fave. There we go. Alright, hooligans, there is the link list link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of you guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we've got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7. We have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the Hooligans. Now, like I said, we're going to read through really quick. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Zero, where's Get Some? I don't know. I don't think we've seen Get Some today. J Spray, but what is a man? That's right. Let's play that game. The reason they don't ask people what a man is because men will just start whipping their wieners out, and people aren't ready for that. Zero, keep falling asleep. I'm sorry. That's how I was feeling earlier. I was so tired. Salt Ragu, see, Jeff's not tarded. I figured it out. I figured it out, guys. Zero says, where's Get Some? Ghostly says, earning a new duck for that Jeep. There was a Jeep that passed me earlier today. I was crossing the street, and they had like a wire at the top of the windshield, and it had little ducks on it. And I didn't know what to think, because I'm like, is that their duck collection, or are they hanging ducks? Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know. This Jeep people, you can't trust them. Can't trust what's going on there. Dud, a flesh clam ain't bad either. That's what I'm saying, Dud. See, we're all on the same page here. Kizaday, fasting is good too. It is. Watchmen, love watching men have fun. We're just big ass kids. Cass, I can whistle with a blade of grass. I've never been able to do that. I don't know why. I just can't do it. Rappy, way to go. I know, I'm so proud of myself. Watching is becoming a pattern. It's good for my brain. Cass, Jeff did this to himself. I do love puzzles. I just don't love how they embarrass me in front of everybody. I figured it out though. Me doing that was more than what was required for anybody that entered the country the entire time that old man Walter was in the White House. I had to pass more of a test than they did. Watchmen, put another puzzle advent calendar on the wish list. I think they all have the same. I don't know. I put a bunch of different advent calendars on there. There might be another puzzle one. There could be. I was so tired. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I was like, I had a whole page, like a page row of tabs. It was all advent calendars. I was like, nah, I don't need crystal bracelets. And I was like scrolling through, trying to figure out what all they had on there. Yes, we love it. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm keeping you guys entertained. What's up, Sanja's Library? Happy freedom to you. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I wasn't up too late last night. I was tired after the State of the Union thing. My eyeballs were all burned out of my head. I ate food and laid down. What's up, Salty Ginger? What's up, Bee's Knees? Happy freedom to you. Wonder if the chat is still messed up. If y'all can see my comments. Was it messed up? Because there was like 70 people watching and nobody was chatting and we couldn't figure out why. What's up, XO? Happy freedom to you. What's your name? Zunwar? Grow out the hair. My hair don't grow out. But thanks for being here. Happy freedom to you. Oh, I appreciate you, Slenderella. Thank you so much for the support. You're a badass, Slenderella. Thank you. Salty Ginger, you having problems with the chat? I wonder what was going on with the YouTube chat. Weird. You commented a lot, but they kept disappearing? Weird. Hold on, I'm going to refresh the page. I was wondering what was happening. See, I don't even see anything different now that I refresh the page. Interesting. I wonder if there's going to be like a bunch of hateful comments. I wonder if I got hateful emails. It's always my fault what YouTube's doing. Snugs, YouTube has been shadowing comments. Interesting. What a bunch of haters. The YouTube platform is full of haters. Behind the scenes, censoring us and holding us back. That's why you guys should join Rumble. Zero, one of the few things I can do, the blade of grass thing, see, I can't do it. I don't know why. It just starts quacking and honking. I never can get it to whistle. That's that's nice and descriptive. Watchmen, they have chapstick advent calendars. Flavored fidget spinners. I don't know about the flavored fidget spinners. We had somebody, I think it was Josh 1776. He got us a chapstick advent calendar near last Christmas. I don't even know what happened to Josh. He just left. One day he was just gone. I have no idea what happened. But I have like 50 chapsticks. Actually, I got this graham cracker one I have right here is from that advent calendar. There was a bunch of cool ones. We'll see if they got an updated version with new flavors. What's up, Tucson? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. J Spray, I like to be a commie in the chat sometimes, and I made comments, nothing I read. They're throttling the shit out of you on YouTube. Yeah. I wonder what it'll be like tomorrow. We'll see if they keep their knee on our neck. Either way, it is that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's figure out who we're rating over on Rumble. But before we do that, we have to cut off Twitch because the raids, for whatever reason, is against community guidelines on Twitch. So if you are watching on Twitch and you want to be a part of the raid, you are welcome to join us on YouTube, Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, or X, because we have to cut off Twitch. Otherwise, I will see you Twitch hooligans tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. Everybody else, sit tight. We're going to cut off Twitch. Like a growth. There we go. There we go. Twitch's tumor has been removed. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. There we go. There we go. Who are we going to raid over on Rumble? Oh, Turbo's live. We might have to do that. What are you doing, Turbo? Are you there? You are. You is. I see you. Seeing me, seeing you. We're going to raid Turbo. We're going to raid Turbo. What? What do you mean not yet? I'm looking right at you. Are you waiting? I see you eyeballing me. Get ready. That's right, Cass. Get ready. All right, hooligans, we are starting the raid. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding.
Just starting the game up. Oh no, where's my mouse? Why did it go away?
I'm trying to find a deal on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Borderlands 3 at $15.
Why can I not move my mouse off the screen? Man, you got my boy voice on today. Excellent. Yeah. Man, I was wondering when I started streaming earlier if you were gonna raid me, and then of course we were having so many problems with the first Borderlands because we were gonna try to play through all of them in order, and it was just so bad. Something wrong with the way the server's running for them, and it just, well, anyway, welcome in everybody, all the hooligan squad coming in. It's a freedom raid, that's right. Who? I can't even. Hold on. I gotta fix this real quick so I can move my mouse. My chat's going so fast I can't read anything. You stroked my like. I appreciate that. Window mode. We want full screen window.
Tell your mama you love
What's with that little black box? There we go. Now we get who all we got? Of course we got Jeff Mac for the raid. I really do appreciate that. Ghostly Method, Sly Dog, Cass Ass, Dutton, Sassy Patriot, Zero, Stoner with a Boner, Hooligans Island, Rappy, Snooks.
Stoner with a boner.
Of course, Snooks had to drop the boobies in the chat. You know how it is. Stroked it hard. Oopsie. No, I like the first one. I like uneven boobies. The green eyes. Man, this is just such a bad time to get rated. Put me on the spot like that. All right, you are in. We got a level 4 witch already, or witch siren. I don't know why I called it a witch. Boobies matter. Yeah, booby lives matter. Oh man. Hair juicer, what's going on, my man? You have a handsome, nervous voice, so there's that. Well, I mean,
Oh, Turbo, you nervous?
Poor Turbo. Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Goodness, that was cracking me up. Put him right on the spot. Getting all bashful. Snooks dropping boobies in the chat. Poor guy. Either way, we are going to read through the chat really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, somewhere around 5, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Southern Eagle Man. Oh yeah, I've heard that, Southern Eagle Man. You know that the oil on each side of your nostrils does the same thing as chapstick. Just saying. That's what I've heard people in jail do. I don't know. I don't know. I guess if all else fails. Hooligans Island, what's cooing? Why is somebody cooing? And thanks for being with us, Too Old to Care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Rappy. I appreciate you being with us. What's up, Colorful Side? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom to you. Thank you, Zero. Appreciate you being with us. Turbo's cracking me up. Corley, enjoying your clams. Very nice. Alright, hooligans, I think we are good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, sometime around 5, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you guys for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate all of you guys. Definitely go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same. And like I said, make your way back to us tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.